Hello everyone, I'm White Davy from White Davy Garden and Worm Farm. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the things that I am regrowing, things that I'm overwintering, and the seeds that have started. So here I have this vegetable. I have no idea what it is called. We buy it at the store. It does not have a name. It just comes in a clear plastic and that's it. But it's a very delicious vegetable, and so I would really love to have seeds from it. So I have it in some water in the hopes that I'll be able to get seeds from it. Then I have here my red onion that I'm regrowing in an effort to get seeds from it, and it seemed to be doing pretty well. Here I have my cabbage that I'm regrowing, and there are two plants in here from the one stem. And this cabbage, I do not know what variety it is. I only know that it is like that squash that is round and flat. That is how it is shaped, so it is not like the regular cabbage head that is round. So it's a very nice one. The texture of it is similar to the most popular cabbage in Jamaica, which is why I am regrowing it, because I have not been able to access seeds from those cabbages that I'm accustomed to in Jamaica. I like them because the leaves are thin, the veins in the leaves are not very thick and chunky and chewy, so that is the reason why I like it. So here I'm regrowing it for the seeds. So these are the three things that I have regrowing at the moment. Everything else that I've shown in previous videos did not survive. Now these are the things that I am overwintering, and oh Lord, I feel so sorry for them. Most of what I attempted to overwinter did not make it because the windowsill is just not warm enough for them. So these are struggling, but we've come this far and they're hanging on. So chances are they'll be able to hold on until the growing season begins. So this is my sage that I started from seed last year. Now here I have my lavender doing quite well. It doesn't seem to mind the temperature so much. Occasionally I will see a few leaves turning brown, but that's as far as it goes. Over here we have Echinacea. Oh, these are the sweet onions. I have 4 of them that I started last week. And then here, these 2 are my Echinaceas that I got started. Usually I would put about 3 seeds in these containers, but I decided to put a little bit more just in case some decide not to germinate. Now my scallion that I started, most of them germinated and then they died from neglect. So here I am restarting them, and this time around I have this plastic over it to act as a greenhouse to retain moisture in there, and at the same time to protect it from fungus gnats that seem to love destroying my onions. These are not green onions, sorry, these are scallions. Now here, yes, look at my crazy concoction. These are my Scotch bonnet peppers that I started maybe, I think it was about the first week in January or the second week in January, and I'm quite disappointed with how these turned out. They are just starting to produce true leaves. Let me see if I can get closer so you can see. There, they are just starting to produce true leaves. I put this mesh around them to protect them from fungus gnats. Even though I'm using the BTK will kill the larvae of the fungus gnats, but it will not kill the fungus gnat. Now I want to show you something. This was planted at least 4 or 5 weeks ago, and these are my Scotch bonnet peppers. Now I want you to look at this. These are Scotch bonnet peppers. These were planted 2 weeks ago. Look at them. They already have true leaves. The stem is a lot thicker than those. The plants are at least 3-4 times the size of those. Look at them. Look at the difference. Now, what is the difference between them? Why is the result so drastic? This was covered with plastic when I first started it, but then as soon as they germinated, I removed the plastic. There was no mesh. This one, I created a mesh, so if you look carefully, you'll see that I have a cup here on top, and that cup I cut away most of it and then attach plastic in the place where I remove portions of the cup, and that is to prevent fungus gnats from getting in. Then I covered it with plastic, and so since I started this, the only thing that I did, the only time that I had to water this was once. It has always been moist, so the plant has not had a chance to dry out. Unfortunately, for these ones, at least 3 times they were a little too dry, but the big difference is because of the plastic that I keep on them and the fact that the fungus gnat has not been able to get in to affect the root of the plants. So this is what's going on with my indoor garden for now. I'm not going to be doing much else at the moment because my growing season is still a good distance away. So if you enjoy this little update on what's going on in my indoor garden and you'd like to see an update on how these things are doing, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you so much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, a time for grow.